It's actually working? Oh. Oh. Woohoo! Okay. Go V. I'll turn Go V on right now. 1 second. Sorry, I was caught up. All right, we'll play the song out. Blast a little bit. I seem a bit overexposed, but it's fine. Whoa, I'm red now. Rachel HOH, we up! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can we get a shout out to Jagjeet, my girl? It took her 18 seconds. I gave her access to my computer. She went through all my folders, criticized some of my player tier lists. Next thing you know, everything's fixed. How is it fixed? I don't know. It was a software issue with the computer. She got in there, swished everything around, and it's all better. Can you call Quinn and yap since he's done in stream in 30 minutes? I could. Let me do a quick introduction though. Oh my god. 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 I'm probably not gonna call Quinn just because I don't know if I have that set up yet. I don't want to. I'm working. I'm talking to the camera. I'm on my normal setup. I don't want to push my luck. Try to get the Discord audio. Burzlinger, thank you for the 4 months. Chiara, thank you for the 4 months. I feel like I got to thank all the subs from the past, 6 weeks. Is there a way you can rate her service? I don't think so. It's okay. She does this for a living. She's a pro. She'll eventually rise to the top of Dell. I'm not worried. Raid you when he's done? Hell yeah. Love to see it. That's kind of badass by Quinn. I raided him last night. He streamed for 24 hours just to raid me back. Which passing viewers. Oh, God. Rachel H.O. Okay. Can we talk about the past 24 hours, the events? First, Keanu wins the blockbuster that he said he was going to throw. For context, Keanu's going home against everyone. Keanu's literally going home against everyone, right? I'm not even centered in the camera. I think that would be good. So Keanu bails himself out, throwing the blockbuster. Amazing. Zach goes out over Vince. So the episode's gone perfectly. Julie slaps him in the head. Hilarious. No wall comp, which means I don't have to stream till 3 a.m. with my mom. Clutch. Okay. After that, feeds go down. Very sad. They're hiding an endurance comp from us? Fuck. I hate Big Brother. Julie Chen, how dare you? And 2 a.m., when I'm on Jupiter watching Dexter, Rachel is the new HOH. Woohoo! Now here's, thank you, Relevant Moose, for the 18 months. Now, thank you. We should know as Big Brother fans, your fave winning HOH is only one part of the journey. Then they have to not be an idiot. That part is often much harder than winning the HOH in the first place. Now, Rachel is between, she's up in the air who she's going to nominate. I'm telling you, when these feeds come back, I have pets up on the screen. Literally anyone she puts on the block will be good. She has a list of 4 people. Morgan, Mickey, Vince, and Lauren. I don't care which one she puts up. If she puts up Morgan, awesome. She's almost guaranteed on the block. Lauren, fine. Lauren's targeting Rachel. She's a number for all of her, enemies. Get Lauren out. Mickey, biggest Rachel shit talker since Reagan. She can go. And Vince, obviously Vince can go. Now, I'd love to see Mickey squirm. I want her on the block initially. But with the blockbuster, someone's going to have the veto to come off the block, or Rachel's going to have it, in which she can make a decision on Monday. So this is fine. This is not a situation like last week, where Ava putting up Keanu could just fuck the week up, and it really should have. Ava's HOH should have been a total, complete failure. Instead, it was perfect. It worked out great. With these noms, Rachel is set for the week. Someone's going to win the veto. She'll replace him with that fourth person, and they'll vote out one of them. Who cares? This is the whole point of HOH. You put up your ops, one of them leaves. That's what happens. And Rachel understands it because Rachel has seen Big Brother before. I think she's going to put up Mickey. I think she's going to do Mickey, Lauren, Morgan, and backdoor Vince. I think that's the plan. I did see Mickey campaign to Rachel. Can I say something? Mickey should not be allowed to campaign to Rachel at 3 p.m. Big Brother time. 4 p.m. Big Brother time. It's too long. Like, at that point, Nom should be done. They should be prepping for the veto. I thought Mickey in that conversation was good in moments and bad in moments. I think she was pretty good at convincing Rachel that she wasn't throwing her name out, even though Rachel's heard that from other people. Like, I think that is one piece of it. She did okay there. She laughed a lot of it off, being like, "Oh, come on, girl, you drive me crazy. Like, I didn't call your name out or anything." Like, that kind of tone. But she also was like, "Yeah, I stand by the Jimmy move. Jimmy was targeting me. Jimmy had to go, so I targeted Jimmy because he was targeting me, Rachel. You understand that, and I stand by that." And then she mentioned all the religion stuff. One thing about Brendan and Rachel, I don't presume to know their beliefs in the higher power and different faiths. I do know they are men and women of science. I believe they're both members of, one is in the chemistry board of honors, and the other is the biology board of honors, some shit. So I don't think the religious appeal, the papal appeal, is going to be very effective. Rachel is religious. Not this week. Not this week. Come on, Rachel. Lock in. When she said that she wanted to talk to Kelly to confirm something, she said not to. That's hilarious. I would say Rachel, in moments when she wants to, is good at pretending. A lot of times she doesn't want to pretend, so she doesn't. But right now we're waiting for pets to turn off, for feeds to come back, to see the noms. We'll do a tier list. We haven't done that in a while. Talk about everything. It's going to be a pretty long stream. Not more than like 2 hours. You know, we're just going to yap, answer questions. I'm just going to bask in having a stream set up. Do you all hear the fan next to me? I'm going to be quiet. Do you hear white noise? Nope. Things are coming up, Cory. Super strong asshole. Quinn, you hanging in there? Were you awake the entire stream, or did you take a nappy nap? Classes start the last week of August, so in about a week and a half. We're not moving the AC. No, I'm using the fan. I turned the AC off. Thanks, Wills, for the 20 months. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. I want Morgan and Vince to be upset that Mickey didn't get on the block because what did she say to Rachel? Here's the thing. I think if Morgan, Vince, and Lauren are the noms, Vince will be very incentivized to go rat out Mickey. Very incentivized. I don't think Lauren's the type to. Morgan loves Mickey, but they also hate I don't know what to make of them too. I think they're pretty close. I don't think Morgan would go do that. Vince is enough of a snake. Is he enough of an active player? I think so. I think so. You've been woke this whole time. It's pretty impressive. I did like my 15-hour stream for the Trevor project. I had to nap. I don't know why he hasn't already protect Lauren, Vince. Because it's like, if you could get through this week otherwise, you don't want to burn Mickey like that, and you want Mickey's vote in case you're on the block, and it's a Rachel HOH. Even if you tell her this, you're probably going to be on the block, and then you burn Mickey. You know, like, I get why not, but once it's all three of his allies, maybe post-veto or something, that's when he could start cooking against Mickey. I love Mickey. I want Mickey to win so badly. I think that's rage bait. I think. My ideal boot for the week. Great question. Okay, I'm breaking my rule. Usually, the way I do this is, like, I would prefer the boring person to leave as opposed to the bigger, flashier move. Because that means the bigger, flashier players remain in the game to play next week. This week, I want Mickey gone. I think even with Mickey out, Vince, Morgan, Lauren, that is still a very strong group. A lot of active players. And they'll still have Rachel's side. Ashley will be doing her thing. The game will still be interesting. But I think Mickey is ideal. I do not like Morgan watching her on the feeds. I don't enjoy it. I think she seems like a very nice person. And nothing she's done is that bad. So I just want to put that out there. But I do really appreciate what she brings to the game. Morgan is one of my favorite people to watch on the feeds, which is good because she's always on the feeds. Because she's all over the place. She's a gamer. I love it. And Vince, I just like Vince. I think the way he plays, there's never been a player like Vince. There will never be a player like Vince. For better or worse, he is a unique player. And I really, really enjoy watching him. And I think he's the best player in the house. I think it's him and then Rachel, in that order. I think Mickey, it's just that the level of righteousness with delusion is particularly frustrating. And let's be real, Riley's worse than Mickey. This happens very often in Big Brother, where like you're really mad at someone in the moment that you forget that there's a bigger threat. This is a classic case of the Hunger Games. Who is Katniss's enemy? Is it Kato? Is it Brutus? Is it Enobaria? Who's Katniss's real threat? Remember who the real enemy is. It's the Capitol. It's Riley. Riley is the problem. We want Riley out of the house before anyone else. So just don't lose sight of that. I know we're mad at Mickey for good reason. Riley's got to go first. Riley just threw a tantrum because Catherine wants to slow down the relationship. And let me say, their relationship has not been moving slow. And even if it were, obviously Catherine's well within her rights to do whatever the fuck she wants in this relationship. So, Riley's got to go. If I right now could eject one person from the house, it would be Riley. For Rachel, that would be a goofy-ass move. Like, that would be silly. Same thing with targeting Kat. And here's the annoying part, right? What is the best plan for Catherine moving forward? Keeping Riley in the house forever, obviously. He's this manipulative bozo who wants to, like, give her the money. So, I believe Catherine likes Riley. I believe Riley is toxic, manipulative, and possessive over Catherine. So I better not hear any bullshit of like, oh, Catherine leaned in to kiss him. Yes, that is true. All of the stuff he did, also true. I feel like people have trouble separating these things, you know? Do you think Riley has a chance of winning? He might be the front runner. I think the front runner of this season has to be one of Riley, Vince. It's probably it. Here's the thing. I cannot envision a path for Rachel to win this game, but I find it extremely difficult to envision a path for just about anyone to win this game. The only other person that I have in consideration with Riley and Vince is Lauren. Right now, if my life depended on it, I think I bet on Lauren to win the season, just because I think she has a lot of a runway in front of her. Even if she's put up this week, it feels unlikely that she goes home. She's got decent connections. She's kind of in with Catherine. She obviously has Vince in them. Morgan's going to get closer to her now that Zach is gone. And Lauren doesn't have as bad of a relationship with the other side as Mickey, Morgan, Vince. TBH, Ashley. I think Ashley is too active where if she ever gets in a good enough position, she'll ruin it. Which is why I like her a lot more than Lauren as someone to spectate. But I just don't have faith. I think Will is Bowie Jane. And that's not a straight insult. I just think I think Will is going to get third place or max out at second. I don't think he carries the respect of the other players. And I think he is the type, we've already seen this, to lay down and die if things turn bad. which is a very bad trait. Unlike Ashley, who, she isn't shit. She'll get out there. I'm not sure Lauren has the respect as a game player. She just needs to be someone who they respect less, and there's a lot of them in the house. A lot of them. And I'd be remiss to mention Keanu's got win equity. He's got some. I wouldn't bet on it. I think he's not top 5, but he's not bottom 3. Like, he's got a shot. If Riley is going to be an endgame character, if Rachel's going to stick around for a while, if Vince is going to stick around for a while, who the fuck's targeting Keanu? Thing is, he might throw himself on the block. He might be the first person to nominate himself, so you can never really feel good about his position, but, Who's my favorite duo in the house? It's Rachel and Keanu. It's not close. I think that's everyone's, right? I enjoyed Ava and Will, but I'm not as high on Ava anymore. I do like Ashley and Will, but they're not like a straight up duo. I like Vince and Lauren because they... Does anyone else feel this way? I feel like Vince and Lauren is the only like relationship in this house that feels like a normal season of Big Brother. Like day 2, final 2, sharing information, at least from Lauren's side. Like it feels regular in a way that none of these other relationships feel normal. Which is why I do kind of like them. I enjoy watching them. Mickey's so sweet, and I feel like Mickey will win this season. So I think it's a bit, Chase. But if it's not, please explain your argument. Their trio with Zach was what I thought was most solid. Oh, also another Big Brother comment. I've seen a lot of this going around. I don't want to call out any specific people because I get it. A lot of Big Brother players receive a lot of hate. Obviously, you guys know I've been on the receiving end of that. More recently than most. That does not mean you can't criticize other players. I don't think that's a fair thing. If you cross the line, of course. If you go after someone personally, of course. And I think I have done that. I think I am attacking Riley personally. I think that's what I am doing, and I am comfortable with that decision. Someone like Mickey grinds my gears. It's not the same with her. So just big picture, I guess what I'm saying is like, if people want to come out of the house and be really like upset with your criticism, upset with your takes, that is their prerogative. No disrespect. I see people, former alum, talk shit about my game and it pisses me off, even if it's not personal. And a lot of times it isn't. So that's your right. It's just like, I think acting like Big Brother players should not be allowed to criticize Big Brother players. Then what the fuck are we commenting on this show for? Like, I think the fact that I've experienced that hate has informed how I speak about these players. So like it plays a role, but it shouldn't be a strict deterrent. All people are gonna shout hypocrisy, being like, "Well, you were shit talking in the house. You were shit talking." Like, I think a lot of players who I'm never gonna say deserve hate, but like warrant criticism, get a lot of criticism, and then come out of the house and be very defensive over other players deserving criticism. When it's like, every one of these people who I like, they apologize, they move on, move forward, and everything's good. You know what I mean? So just like treat them with the same energy, right? If people mean well, come out and apologize genuinely, no one has a problem, right? There's always going to be weirdos on the internet. They're going to seep into your life. It's going to feel bad seeing it, no matter what. It's not like you're going to get over it. I don't even like saying it comes with the territory, because that like minimizes what it is. Like, it should stop, but it's not going to. So it's just like adapting to your new reality, right? And some people do it quickly, some don't, some are still doing it. That is me. So that's my take, I guess. Thanks, Chandler, for the sub. I appreciate you. He did apologize to myself in America. I could say that much. When Keanu said Rachel was emotional, Rachel said it lowered her stock. So I wonder if they say personal digs to lower stock of people in the house, which makes it gameplay. Are you Mickey's, like, friend? This is an interesting argument. If you were a lawyer, this would be like a case I would have to argue against, but it is not a strong case. I think Rachel will put up Morgan, Keanu, Riley. Here's the thing, Chase. If she does that, I will give you my stream key. You will be the new streamer. Because clearly you have insight that other people don't. So it's all on the line for you, Chase. What'd Matt Klotz say? Yeah, bringing up the Brendan and the kid stuff. Look, I brought up the house guest kids in my speech. I don't know if I think I regret it. There's just no need for it. I don't think it was damaging. Cameron liked it, but I could understand. It's just like, why? You know? It was funny, but yeah, it's just why. Obviously I didn't do it in near the context that Mickey did. Cam deserved it. No, but it wasn't like a diss at Cam. You know, it was just a bit. Shit talking to lower people's stock. Matt was a genius because Matt did it after we left the house. I don't know how that helped his standing. Yeah, to lower people's stock. Yeah, he was lowering our threat level so people like Suri and Felicia wouldn't target us. Actually, I'm going to send him a thank you letter. Thank you, Matt. Karen called out Zach about his comments about Ashley, and Zach fully backtracked, walked it back, said Ashley was one of his favorite people in the house. Calling her dumb is mean. It's a mean thing to do. Just my read on Zach. Zach is a dude, bro. He's always been a dude, bro. He seems like a nice guy to me. But that was a mean comment, and he retracted it, and I appreciate him retracting it and speaking nicely about Ashley. That's what you should do. So what are you going to do? Like, he is what he is. He said something stupid. People called him out, and he apologized. I'm down to go from there. I think it's fine. Watching the feeds with Zach was sometimes frustrating. I didn't like the floater talk, his talk about Ava, especially the talk about Amy, and then eventually his a lot of it was Ashley. I've seen worse. I think is like it doesn't excuse it, I guess, but like I've seen worse. So maybe I'm just desensitized, but I think Zach seems like a fine dude. He just meant it as a general insult. I think so, yeah. And also, it's hard when you're in the house and you don't. They probably all thought Ashley was despised, right? Because I was lucky enough to go into the house and know, like, the fan base is pretty unpredictable. You never know. On our season, it was pretty obvious because Suri was there. But even us, like, we all thought Jag was a fan favorite, you know? Obviously, if you think the audience hates someone, that doesn't mean you should dogpile on that person, of course. But yeah. And like America says, the interview's taking place right after the eviction. It's like, you're just not going to get super reasonable answers. I mean, do you guys want to watch Izzy's exit interviews from 5 minutes after her eviction and then 3 days after her eviction? It sounds like a different person is talking. Cam was the hero of the season, according to one person I know. At least you had an inkling with America's vote. That was so early in the season, though. And I guess, you know, it kind of stuck somewhat. But, like, Cameron at that point was not liked, and then he ended up being a favorite. You were super bitter during interviews? Yeah. I feel like you held on to that bitterness for a couple days at most. Like, it was... I feel like once you got to jury, you were actually chilling. We were having fun. Riley just likes Catherine? Okay. We can disregard everything Chase says from now on. He's... I saw casual shit on him, but they seem to do it for the wrong reasons. They shit on Riley because they think he's odd-looking, not because of his behavior. Honestly, I think they're upset that Riley's not, like, conventionally attractive enough. And he's a good-looking dude. He's 6'5", whatever. He's not a bad-looking guy at all. But I think, like, they want Matt Klotz or Tucker or... You know what I mean? You know, like, And I don't mean to be, like, hard, like, that sounds mean, but this is a trend that we see on Facebook. Don't lie. I mean, look, I've said mean things about Riley, and I will continue to if he keeps acting stupid, but, like, I'm not going to say he's an ugly asshole. Like, he's not. You know, he's fine looking. Height doesn't equal attractive. It's a factor. Have you guys ever watched The Materialists? It's an equation.
Tell them about the tweet I told you about.
Oh. America saw a tweet talking about The Materialist, which is I don't even know what I would call it, a romantic rom-dram with Dakota Johnson, where they said Dakota Johnson's hair is purposefully like set like a hijab for X, Y, and Z reasons, and that's a funny tweet. That's a very funny tweet because you know it was intentional.
They said that's the first time those words have ever been like
Yeah,
typed out.
that was pretty funny. I feel like the camera's angled too high up. Should I have this much space above me?
It keeps moving, babe. Like you moved it, and then it's been slow. I don't know what it is.
You know what I think it is? I think it's the wire is too taut.
No, because like you could see a lot of Cory, and now it's moved like super close. Hold on, I'm trying to get this done.
Alright, this should actually just totally solve that problem, and now it's never gonna move because that's taut now.
Oh fuck.
Zach is good looking. I would give you that. Can't help but agree. How are you in America, not on The Amazing Race? Oh boy, do I have a story for you.
So annoying.
How's the streaming? Everything working perfect? Everything, Mom. Every single thing. Where are your subs? What does that mean? Oh, is the alert box under the face cam? I can fix that. All right, now it should be better. Mickey or Lauren going this week? The left memory wall curse is real. America said that too. So he's good looking. Killiam has gone out on a limb. He's taken the bait. I retract my opinions, Killiam. Thanks, Mike. Anyways. Are we ready? I mean, I think we just wait until we get things back, right? Yes, we were alternates, truly. Not me and America, but me and Zach. Correct. Who's winning OTEV? It is OTEV. We know that. I forgot. I mean, of the people playing, Lauren, Mickey, Morgan, Vince, Rachel, like, there's no clear person there. I think you'd bet Vince or Morgan, probably. But, like, it could be anyone. I think if Keanu plays, you'd think Keanu. I will say, I don't know if these people are studying for shit. Have people been studying? I haven't seen any, but I'm not watching the feeds. Crazy on days I'm not updating. Rachel won OTEV in 13. I mean, I think it's a comp that she has a decent chance in when it comes to physical comps. Good thing for Rachel, though, getting rid of a physical veto. Because OTEV is the only, like, guaranteed physical veto we get. And at this point, you'd think Rachel's not, like, a favorite to win those types of comps. Okay, I'm going to start a poll in chat. I'm curious y'all's thoughts. Was there riggery? Yes or no?
I'm here for it.
Because America and I actually disagreed on this. Was there riggery?
They can do whatever they want.
Not the question. Specifically talking about this HOH competition that was rumored to be the wall. It ends up being a quiz. Rachel wins the quiz. So 55% says yes. It's about 50-50. Yeah, now it's 51% say no. No equals delusion, but they want Mickey to say. I don't think so. You think because they dragged out the ceremony? I don't think they'd switch it because it leaked. I don't think they care about that.
Yeah. Stuff has been leaky all the time. Also,
Would not be good for Rachel.
Leaked when Hamster Watch said the wall was coming, like, you know, last week or a few days ago. They would have announced it during the live show.
Yeah, usually they do. So here's what I'll say. Let's make the argument for yes, it was rigged. The evidence is they have rigged the show for Rachel before, unironically. Like, I don't know how many people are still in charge. Obviously, there's still Allison and Rich, but like, season 13, final 6 was rigged for Rachel to stay. It just was. Like, there's really no other way to interpret that course of events. And I think that is, in my opinion, the second worst case of rigging in Big Brother history, only behind Zombie Week. No, I'm kidding. Only behind that season 9 quiz with the hamsters being a pre-existing relationship, right? Quinn, one day I'm going to dance. Oh, why do we have this weird... Oh, that's my raid sound. Thank you. I'm getting booed? Fart emojis. This is fucked up. What's up, Quindustries? Hope you're doing well. Hello, everyone. Hey, tomato, throw them my way. Honestly, after watching Quinn for 24 hours, I would have that negative energy too. 24-hour stream, we did it. You guys did do it. I'm very impressed by Quinn staying up 24 hours. It's hard as hell sitting at a desk. My lower back could not do it. Check on Quinn to make sure he really went to bed. Oh, he's staying up. Bald player tier list. Do you have a link? Is there a tier list, or am I just spitting this off the top of my head? Because intuitively, X feels like number 1. If we're counting BBK, Dane's not. Is Dane bald? I forget. I can't envision Dane. What does Dane look like? He's not bald. He's like getting there though. He's getting there. Kevin Jacobs. Yeah, I wouldn't consider Kevin bald. Marty? JC is bald. JC's a good player. I think JC could be number 2. Christy? Where does Christy fall on the list? Felicia Cannon? Not the worst bald player, I have to imagine. She's better than Kenny Kelly. Quinn left his stream up. Quinn, you in the chat, make sure to shut your stream. If you don't tell me you're here, I'm gonna... Yeah. He always does this. Because when you hit raid, all your viewers leave, and then you feel like you turned off the stream. You had to poo? Okay, you're here, though. Drawing of Vinny comforting Lauren during the stream. I love that, Stormkeeper. Definitely, not tweeted at me, I won't see it. Maybe tweeted at America, or Blue Sky at America. But wow, what a series of events these past couple of days have been for Big Brother. What a life. We're eating as Big Brother fans. And let me say once again, and this is not just because Rachel won HOH, I said this yesterday. This is the best season of Big Brother I've experienced since Big Brother 20. I wasn't there to be able to watch BB25 the first, 6 weeks. This is my favorite season since 20. And I loved 20. So it's going to be a little hard to beat that. But I think it's a really, really fun one. I despise people. I love people. Comp outcomes are the most important thing in Big Brother. They always have been. And this season, they're hitting on all cylinders. That's what happens when you make comps equitable. Also, you have to get lucky. Just because they made this comp lucky or made this comp equitable does not mean Rachel had a better chance of winning than anyone else. Who do I want to go home this week? I think Mickey. I think Mickey leaving would be really good for Rachel's game, and is not as fun to watch on the feeds as a Vince or Morgan for me. A scoring system for winning competitions. Keanu's in the lead. Yeah, whatever scoring system you cook up, Keanu's going to be leading it. Morgan almost won the comp, yeah. Morgan coming into, I think, that wine room yesterday and being like, I'm not even upset. You think I'd be upset, right? You think I'd be frustrated or upset? I'm not even upset. I'm like, oh, I think she might be upset. Does America share your high opinion on the season? I don't know how high she thinks it is, but I think she really likes it. Like, America, What's the last season you liked this much up to this point?
Ooh,
I said 20.
20.
And by the way, 26 was pretty good up until this point, and then it cratered. I still like this more.
I really liked 18.
18.
Yeah, I didn't like 20.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, I was a big 20 guy.
I didn't have like I wasn't really rooting for anyone on 20. Like I didn't have, you know.
You were not a Tangela person? She was
No.
definitely Faute, actually. What about the strategy side? Are you missing that from this season? Yes. That's the problem with this season. That's why 20 is above it. But yeah, I'm missing strategy. But like, let's be real. The 26 strategy, in my opinion, was pretty similar, except they had Chelsea. I do think if Quinn's on this cast, he's probably one of the two best players. I think you could say the same about Cam. I said this. I think you could say the same about Bowie. So this cast is really terrible, but it's pretty balanced. Fortunately, it's not a Paul stomping because there's no one capable of stomping. So I think, like, yes, it is a problem, and that's what's holding the season back, but I still don't mind it that much. It's not bringing it down below other seasons. Season 23 had a ton of great game players. I hated that season. Cookout, too good. They just steamrolled, and it wasn't very fun. Also, I wasn't locked into the day-to-day feeds of 23, so I don't want to pretend. Mickey versus Chelsea need it so bad. Y'all think they wouldn't be best friends? I don't think their personalities are very similar, but obviously they're both women of faith. So I feel like that's a really powerful thing to bond over in the house. You'd run this season like the Navy, especially with your pre-existing relationship with Rachel. I don't think I am capable of running a season like the Navy. That's not my game. But I think I would do all right. I think I'd be like a little bit better Vince. Slightly better Vince. Maybe worse at comps because he's already won one, but it sounds about right to me. Suri would steamroll this cast, but also Keanu might just, like, her number one ally might back, like, it's hard to steamroll a cast when the cast is so inept. You know what I mean?
Keanu would be a Suri minion.
Keanu might be a Suri minion, but Keanu's so unreliable that, like, you know. Who's my alliance with this cast? I think I'd work with Vince and Morgan. I think I'd work with the gamers. That's always how I operate. And that's when I started going wrong on 25. It was the right move to do what I did, but, like, I'm much better at playing with gamers than I am with not gamers. So, you know, Rachel, Morgan, Vince, Mickey, and I would try to balance everything, and it'd be hard. I think Lauren, of course, knowing she's a fan. Jimmy I'd work with. Mimi gave you any info. Y'all are persistent. You know what is funny, though? I talked to America about this. I think it was in OMAC at some point. Oh, no, it was with Jag, because Jag also wanted to work with Mimi, and it did not work out. If I went into Big Brother 28 All-Stars, me and Mimi are there, I think I try again.
Of course.
I genuinely think I try again. And that's why I'm a lost cause. I think that is one of my biggest Big Brother weaknesses is stubbornness. I'm very flexible, but I'm also very stubborn. Like a moth to a flame, basically. It's like Icarus flew too close to the sun. I'm flying back to the sun again. They'd probably put you up together. So in this fantasy world where Mimi is asked for All-Stars 3, which is only slightly less likely than me being asked for All-Stars 3, we're both being nominated together. Who goes home in this scenario? Wait, first of all, who's HOH? And what's the veto comp? I think I'd figure it out. I think I'd rally the votes. Yeah, they are cute, the pets, this year. So isn't the lore that basically all of these pets have already been adopted and this is like B-roll? Like, obviously, if you call the number, you still get a but you can't be like, hey, Shelter, I would like that dog wearing the Supreme collar, right? Rubina's HOH, got it. Rubina's HOH. Rubina would break the tie probably to save Mimi. Yikes. So I need the votes outright. Yeah, I'm seeing a baby Pitbull. Derek F's veto. Derek F wins the veto. I'm fucking cooked. The thing is, I could at least campaign to Derek. He's a guy who likes to talk, so I can campaign to him. But I think I got to give up on this veto. I got to work on the vote. Will's got a mega veto. Oh shit. Secret power. Fuck. This cast is diabolical, by the way. Is Rachel nominating Mickey? I think she still is. I believe we're going to come back to Mickey, Morgan, Lauren, noms. That was her plan from earlier. Just because Mickey's talking her ear off doesn't mean anything. Like, what is Rachel supposed to do in that spot? Would America be okay getting a cat? No. I do wonder if she'd be more okay with a cat than a dog if she was forced to choose one. America, you're forced to choose to have a dog or a cat. What do you choose? Cat. She goes cat. Okay. I've never had a cat. I'd be down, though. Cats are smart as hell. That's the difference between a cat and a dog to me. Dogs are so cute. I think I like dogs more, but cats are way smarter, and that'd be interesting. I think cat would be more like a companion, a peer, a fellow traveler. You know what I mean? You don't take cats out for walks? Yeah, but they shit in your house. It's kind of rough. I don't know. Bringing a cat into apartment life, it's better than a dog, obviously, but, you know. Like, Jag and Jazz have cats, and they kind of roam around. They get to be outside, they get to be in the house, they have a good amount of land, so, like, that's kind of sick. Do you have a laundry room? We do. We have a laundry in a building. Not too far away from us, so not bad. We have to pay for laundry now, though. It sucks. We have to, like... I just got a gajillion. I spent $40 on quarters. And then I put them all in my pockets. I was, like, walking like an onomatopoeia. Just clink, 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 clink. Get a little dog. I have a toy poodle. It's 5 pounds. I wanted a toy poodle for a while, and then I wanted a Maltese when we were getting a new dog. And we ended up with a Yorkie, and then that Yorkie ended up not being a Yorkie. Shout out to Joey. I saw people in Boston calling water fountains bubblers. I've yet to hear that. But that will be when I choose to move away. I was surprised. So they have a machine that obviously converts cash to quarters. They accepted a 20. I was like, what the fuck? I was certain it had to be at least 5s. Does anyone remember Leah and T-Core stayed off the block until they were nominated? Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think Rachel is in a similar position to Leah in that way. Where it's like, and it's the same with America, where it's just like, I think I mentioned this yesterday. You're always a target. You're never in a good spot, but somehow you just avoid the block. Not always due to your own doing. It just kind of happens sometimes. Maybe it's your allies. Maybe you have a good conversation that week or whatever. But Rachel's in that spot where, like, I think she'll make it pretty deep. She could go home next week, right? But, like, I think she's going to just get 7th or 8th or something. 6th, maybe. Stream hasn't seen Joey in forever. Joey might have been on stream, like, twice ever. I haven't done many Florida streams. So what's the deal? Why is viewership good today? What happened? What happened? This is why I was so kind of upset that I wasn't able to stream that much while this was happening, because it was very, very exciting Big Brother content. Oh, we'll be right back. We'll be right back. We're at the... Yeah.
It's cool because it kind of looks like a painting.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It fits the theme very well.
Maybe I've seen like TV frames.
Husky. Wait, like as if the TV's a painting.
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't think we can do it with our whatever. You know what I mean? With our like mantle. The thing is, I can't access feeds on my computer, so I have to sit and use the big ass TV with the feeds. Let me go turn those on. America, can you send me your Paramount details when you get a chance? When they fix my thing, they reset all my search history and stuff. Missed you on Wednesday with Taryn. It's been a couple Wednesdays now. I should be back this Wednesday, though. These were all, planned, I don't know, absences. They were excused absences. I had a doctor's note and everything. Taryn was not happy about it. He seemed more disappointed than anything. But I'll make it up for you guys. It'll be a good update. How's Boston been treating you? I don't know what everyone was saying about the weather. It's been beautiful. People are so dramatic. It's like, it's been great. It was like 80 degrees, windy today. Went by the shore. Back on pets. Well, it was fun while it lasted. That means they'll still come back soon, but. Alright, let's do it. Alright. POV, you forgot your password and you're resetting your password on Paramount Plus.
I got it.
Oh, you just wrote it down?
Can you see it? And it's one of those 5 passwords.
Alright, America gave me 5 options for the password. Alright. Alright.
Go in the order from left to right.
They're up. Mickey's crying. Okay. I'm not clapping at Mickey crying. I'm clapping at Rachel making the right decision.
Morgan's talking to her.
I gotta get the feeds on. One second. On here. Is that an underscore or is that a period? I think it's a period.
Underscore.
Yeah, I got it.
Dot.
No, I got it. Alright, I'm in. Rachel does not fucking disappoint. God. And look, Ava did her part last week. Give her credit.
Wait, is Mickey crying on another cam? I'm watching Morgan.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. I don't want to watch Dexter right now.
Anyway, here's the remote. I'm gonna go watch it on the other TV.
Thank you. All right, I am turning on the feeds. Rachel followed her gut. Is Vince the third? No, I think Lauren should be the third, right? It is Vince? Do we know that? Oh my god, and BB Viewer's working? What a life. I have to turn my desktop on. Can you guys hear the feeds when I turn them on? I'll turn them off immediately if you can, but... You guys can't hear? Okay, perfect. I'm listening to this Rachel and Morgan conversation. Let me know if the Mickey Ashley one's doing anything. But before we get super juicy, let's do some player rankings. Who do you guys want to start with? We have nominations. This is huge. Who do you all want to start with? You want to start with Mickey? Let's start with Mickey. So we have Mickey, who everyone said was the best player in the house. I didn't believe it, being vindicated, but it's not a big deal. So Mickey is in danger. Weirdly, I think Mickey is one of the safer people on the block right now. I would rather be Mickey than at least Morgan. But if Morgan stays, it's very dicey for Mickey. Very dicey. Vince, because then it would be Morgan or Mickey versus Vince. That's a little dicey. But yeah, I mean, even if Mickey survives this week, she doesn't have a ton of allies. She has a good amount of influence. Ava was going to bat for her. Ashley seemed to be somewhat going to bat for her. Morgan's still there. She's still okay with Vince. Like, she's got options. She's not drawing dead if she survives this week, but this is a scary week for Mickey. And it's all her fault. She did this to herself. She could have just been dominating the house if she didn't backdoor Jimmy, didn't villainize Rachel. Like, there's, even if she got rid of Jimmy, if she didn't just antagonize Rachel and talk about backdooring her before the HOH, she could have been fine. So that's Mickey. Who do you want next? Vince. Vince is the first name I saw. Let's do all the nominees first. We'll do all the big four. I don't think Vince is actually nominated. He might be. Vince is in danger. He's either on the block or he's the replacement nom. I think he probably goes against maybe a Lauren, potentially. Like, I think he's... I'd rather be Vince, I think, than Morgan or Mickey right now. But I don't want to be Vince. I wouldn't want to be Vince. You think Vinny's up? Okay. So Vince is on the block. That's not good. I prefer this for Vince because he gets to play veto. Like, in this kind of season, I would much prefer to be nominated initially, especially this week when there's only 4 options floating through Rachel's head. So this is scary for Vince, but him being nominated is better than him being backdoored because he would have been backdoored. Somehow the veto would have been used, whether it's Rachel just backdooring him or a nominee more likely coming off. So Vince is in trouble. I think he's in less trouble than Mickey, so I'll put him ahead of the tier list. We'll order the tiers this time. I'm feeling very generous. All right. Also, Otev is like right now, all the people competing in Otev are pretty similar strength. I think Morgan would be the favorite, maybe Vince. So you never really know. All right. Let's talk about Morgan, who, look, Morgan is yikers right now. Morgan's yikers. She's the target. I think she has the least allies. She got to win that veto or the blockbuster. She has 2 options. She has to win something. That's it. Good luck. She did this to herself. She's going to be gaming hard, so there's always a chance for her to turn things around. I would like for her to change things around, at least to get Mickey out instead of her. But yeah, it's just not good. Morgan's in trouble. I do think Mickey, and okay, let me say something because I saw a lot of this going around. I want to push back against it. It's okay to be frustrated at players when they're not doing what you want them to do. It doesn't matter how logical their moves are, if it's in their best interest, it doesn't matter. If you want to be annoyed by it because you're rooting for Rachel and you want them to tell the truth about Mickey, I get it. For Ava, it is so obviously the right move to protect Mickey. The same thing for Will and Ashley. Ashley is a little bit more debatable because Mickey talks shit on her a lot. But at least for Will and Ava, it is in their best interest to keep Mickey this week. So we could get annoyed by it. I get it. It's just, they're smart. Like, they're doing the right thing. I don't know how much Mickey values Ava. I think it's a good connection for Ava. Ava doesn't get to be picky. Who the fuck does Ava have? Player rankings. All right. Let's talk about Lauren. She's likely the replacement nom as of now. I'm going to say Lauren's okay. I'm between okay and danger. But even if she gets put on the block, I kind of like her chances. She's not super well connected in the house. I just think there's bigger swings to take. Snowman, this person's trolling. This is not a real person. Don't worry. I think Lauren's okay. She is in danger a little bit. She's in more danger than others, but I think overall, I think this is a more fitting tier placement. Now let's talk about Rachel. Because we have Rachel here. Is she a front runner? Absolutely not. Is she a contender? I think she's okay. I think Rachel has to be okay. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't even know how much Will and Ashley have Rachel's back. Obviously, she has Mickey against her. She has Morgan against her. She has Lauren against her. She has Vince against her. She has Kelly kind of against her. What she needs to do in this HOH is desperately cling to Riley and Catherine, as annoying as that is. She needs Riley and Catherine in her corner. She needs Will and Ashley in her corner. She needs Keanu in her corner. And maybe try to figure something out with Kelly. Like, she needs to get people, and she doesn't have many people. Who do you want as the winner? Rachel right now. I think that'd be awesome. Also, there's a question of, could Rachel win a jury vote? I think so. I think there's a lot of people on this cast who can't win a jury vote. So if 2 of them end up in the final 2, someone has to win a jury vote. So I think Rachel does have a chance, especially if one of Mickey or Morgan leaves this week. And I will say, like, I don't even blame people that much for not wanting to vote for Rachel. Being on one of these seasons with one returning player who already won the game, I wouldn't vote like this, but I understand the bitterness more than I would on, like, season 20 with Tyler. Like, it's understandable, but it's still annoying to listen to, especially how vitriolic Mickey is when she does it. I thought Zach was almost guaranteed jury. What he should have been, he really should have been. Well, if it's Rachel Keanu's winning 7-0, I fear. If Keanu's in the end, you vote for him to win. Like, I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, the whole reason why Matt was a better player than Jag was because Matt was never gonna be evicted. He was never a target. That's kind of a moot point once you're both in the final too. Like, once Jag made it, it's like, okay, now I'm gonna penalize you for being a threat. It's like if Keanu makes it to the end, hats off. Like, what are you gonna do? I would definitely count Cerise. No, man, I think she counts. It's a little different, but it's the same. And Paul obviously had trouble. Dan was not the sole returnee, but there was a lot of bitterness towards him. Rachel did not get many of the newbies' votes on season 13. Who'd she get? Was it just Adam? Was Adam the only one? Was it just Shelly, maybe? It was just Shelly. So, like, again, Rachel lost, more newbies' votes than she gained. Taryn looks rough. Impossible. He's never looked rough. So I think that's why Rachel's just okay. The win equity is looking slightly dubious. Slightly dubious. But this is a good week for her. She needed the win. She got the win. Made the right noms. At this point, it's almost impossible for someone bad to go home on her HOH. Like, worst comes to worst, she puts up Lauren. Even if Lauren goes, that's good. We'll take it. So, good week by Rachel, but it's not like she's in a winning position now. Okay, who do we got next? Who do we think? Who we feeling? Nasty, manipulative, and conniving. And I will say that to her face. 2 kids and a husband does not make you a better person. But a lot of faith does. And that's what Rachel's missing. So, and I'm sorry, like, look, if you guys are upset at me mocking faith in that way, this is just not the channel for you. This is me. I have this perspective. I respect everyone's beliefs and religions, I guess, obviously, but I do not appreciate the way that certain people weaponize their religion or moralize their religion. Okay. Let's talk about. All right, I gotta hear this Will Ashley conversation. What are they talking about? Please tell me they're talking about Mickey, not Rachel. No, they're on Rachel's side. They're on Rachel's side, I think. Did Ava just... What did Ava just do? Okay, I wasn't serious. Who could tell Ashley that Mickey hates her? Is that Will? Will's the one who has to tell her? Will has the information? Yeah, the block is Vince, Morgan, Mickey. But I think Will was also told by Mickey over and over again the whole, like... What's the shit they always say? Like, oh, she's a little sister to me, you know? Should we go to BBN right now? We're watching the feeds right now. Well, now that Ava's in here, they can't really talk, right? I would say being on the block the second time is probably easier than the first time. I can't really relate to that. No, I can. Yeah, no, I was on the block twice, legit. I was legit on the block twice, I guess. The third time I was on the block, I was cooked no matter what. So I'm really talking about day 2 and, week 7. But yeah, it did not get easier for me. I didn't have it like this where I was nominated a couple weeks in a row. Like, that'd be tough. Will won't say a word. So are they like trying to brainstorm how to keep Mickey basically? I follow a ton of basketball and football. I'm very into it, and some golf. Ashley's annoyed Mickey didn't get Kelly out. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, they all want to keep Mickey, but they're still annoyed at Mickey for getting rid of Jimmy for no reason. At least Ashley is. Do you like Tony Finau? Yeah, of course. Who doesn't like Tony Finau? Oh, nice, Snowman. 4 noms of the group said they'd understand if Rachel nommed Mickey. Now they're shocked. I swear they were told you're not allowed to say your noms. I swear. There's no way these people are just doing this. I can't get into baseball. I can't do it. I just have no interest. Watching the Titans right now. Is Cam Ward playing? We got the rookie out there. I don't think they're shocked. I think they're annoyed. They wanted Mickey to not be on the block, which is understandable for them. It's just Ava told everyone. Okay. I just know the only reason I say that, it's not like just conspiracy theories. They told us to not tell people, but no one listened. Good for Rachel weathering the fucking storm, though, you know? I just had to chat BCC. I love that Rachel does what she wants. I do respect players like Suri and Rachel who just vote the way they want to vote. I don't think everyone should do that. There is a certain tact. Like, I enjoy the strategy of it. Like, I wouldn't do that. But I think it's fun how Rachel and Suri would just vote on the minority and not care. It's like, whatever. And Rachel does it much more than Suri. Suri was Izzy and Jared. Like, duh. But, yeah. No way you're quoting 1984. I mean, it's fitting, of course, but it's a very, I don't even know how I would describe it. Very philosophical chat message. Mr. BB25. Y'all hate people that agree. Y'all hate when people agree. Y'all hate when people come to a conclusion. It's disgusting. Chat BCC has been a huge success. Yeah. We did a good job, me and America. And then everyone else did a great job. Like, I think what's fun now, I compared it to a restaurant. Like, opening up a restaurant is fucking impossible. It's so hard. It's so expensive. There's so much to do. You have to get so many licenses and so many checks and so many inspections. And then you have to advertise at the start. But once the restaurant starts rolling, the job becomes easier. Chat BCC, starting it was really hard. No one was tight. You had to keep typing. We have to keep getting new people in. And now it's almost like a self-sustaining thing. There's just enough people in there. And that live feed tab is fucking incredible. That's my new thing I use. It's so good. I wish they were able to invert the order, you know what I mean? But that seems kind of complicated. But the live feed tab's been awesome. If you guys don't see it, for Ronnie, will keep it going. Yeah, I mean I've met Ronnie. He's like that. I can't tell if Ashley said Mickey or Rachel wanted them to be mad. I mean she means both. She definitely thinks both. Ronnie the rat, that's the one. Well, it freezes because it's a startup. Like, it's not a big company. The Big Brother chat is the biggest chat on it. And you could tell when we talked to the CEO, he's very focused on Big Brother. I think this is like his big case study of like, this is the one he's going to show to try to get probably more investment. He never told me that, but it just seems that way to me. Ronnie the Rat and Vinny the Lip, yeah. You know what this seems like to me, this Ashley and Will conversation? It makes me think that Ashley is not loyal to Rachel or Mickey. It sounds like she is loyal to Will. Which maybe that's just Ashley being good at one-on-one conversations. But it's not like she goes there and talks shit about Will to other people, which that'd be weird. Like no one's talking shit about Will. Oh, because Will knows does Will know she's an attorney? Or is there another secret? Will's in the best position in the house. I feel better if Will was a different person in that great position, but when we're gonna rank Will once these good conversations dry up, and he's doing well. It's hard to envision his path to winning, but it's it's easier to envision his path than others. No, exactly. America. So is that the theory? Does Mickey actually forget the stuff she said? She's not lying. Will archetype is his downfall, sadly. It's not his archetype. It's his gameplay. Like, his archetype has weaknesses, of course. They agree she was definitely coming after Rachel. Yeah. Well, that's good. So then at least you can't act like she's insane, you know? They're not going to hold it against Rachel if Mickey goes home. I like that a lot then, because you know they were actually campaigning for their own self-interest, not because they're stupid. Mickey using the Felicia strategy. Yeah, but what if Felicia wasn't 63? Like, Felicia would not have lasted as long in that house. But maybe in the world where she's 35 and, in Mickey's shape, she might win a comp or two, and the whole game's different, so who knows? Will doesn't have to win anything. He's in such a good spot. He's got to gain respect at some point. It's really hard, I think, to gain respect over time. Once people have a perception of you, it sticks. And everyone likes Will, and if he's next to someone they respect less, he could win. But he also has to get brought to the end. But maybe people will think they can bring him to the end. That's him and Ava's dream. One of them gets taken to the end thinking they're easy to beat, and then they don't like the other person more. And then they can win. Mickey reminds me of Chelsea's game so much. God damn it. I'm going to time you out just so I don't have to avoid your bait messages every now and then. We'll see how you are after your timeout. But, like, I just read a comment and then look at the person who wrote it, and I can't do it. Ava and Will modeling their games off Josh Martinez. Exactly. Those were my exact words. Thank you for transcribing. How's Morgan reacting to the news?
In denial. Delusional.
She's saying...
You have nails here? Hold on.
Oh, fuck.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Where are the nails?
I don't know. Give me a second to staunch the bleeding.
I'm sorry.
The nails, I put them...
No, you didn't. Pardon? You put them somewhere.
Yeah, there's 7 nails. I think I put them on that tray.
You sure?
Remember, I put them on that blue tray. So that was the stuff I didn't know where to put it.
Are they still there? I thought they were over here.
Yeah, they're good.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, Bethany. Let me kiss it.
Did America and I just have a It Ends With Us moment?
What?
I think we had an It Ends With Us moment. In 6 months, I want you guys to send me that clip. Mickey's modeling her game after a combo of Grateful and Coach Wade in South Pacific. My question is, do you think it's intentional? Do you think that's what she's going for? Do you think that's her vision? If it is, I have a new winner pick. I think you're right. That actually puts a lot of dots together. I think the word I'm looking for is connects a lot of dots. All right, let's get back to player rankings. We got some shit to do. Riley is he's a contender. He would be the front runner if he wanted to win. If Riley wanted to win the game, he'd be a front runner. Now, here's what I'll say about Riley. He could be evicted this week. That's possible. He's just one of those players where, like, he might just say, I want to go on the block because I want to play the blockbuster. Put me in there, coach. And then he gets evicted. So, like, you can't say he's doing well. He's not locked into any position. But he has a showmance, and they all want to evict his showmance first. Keanu's obsessed with him. Kelly's obsessed with him. Vince is good with him. Rachel's good with them, too. Like, what? There's nothing to criticize about him positionally. It's just everything else about him is worth criticism. And I will say, if Riley tries to sacrifice himself for Catherine in a few weeks, it won't work. They won't do it. Maybe he'll throw a tantrum and, like, get ejected. That's more likely. But no one's going to vote him out over Cat. It's not going to happen. No one has any interest in keeping Cat. There's no reason. So that's where I got Riley. Let's talk about Kelly, who I guess is okay. The Blockbuster does crazy things to Big Brother strategy, doesn't it? I don't know. Could Kelly win the game? Probably not. Who's gunning for her? I don't know if there's a single person in the house who's going to target Kelly next week. I think she can go up on a lot of people's HOH. But a target, I don't think it's even that likely she goes up unless she wants to. So I think she is okay, which is pretty funny. So I'll give her an okay. But there's not much to say about her. I mean, she hasn't really played a role in the past couple of weeks. Keanu, he's also okay. And I would say he's probably, after Rachel, my highest person in this tier. I think I'd go Rachel, Keanu, Kelly, and then Lauren. Just because Lauren's in a lot of immediate danger. Even still, I think Lauren's better than Catherine right now. Or Lauren's better than Kelly. So, the situation with Keanu is very similar to the situation with Kelly for me. He's in a fine spot. He's in the best spot he's been the entire game. Or same position as Riley, really, more than Kelly. He's connected with a lot of important people. He's locked in with Vince, kinda. He's locked in with Rachel, kinda. He's locked in with Riley, kinda. He's locked in with Kelly, kinda. He's got a lot of good people in his corner, but he's Keanu. He almost threw the blockbuster. He would have been evicted unanimously, or close to it. Probably would have gotten a couple votes. He could win HOH and put up Rachel and Vince. He could win HOH, put up himself. He could get the veto and not use it on himself. Like, you can't bet on Keanu, but he's in the best spot he's been the entire season. So, what are you going to do? He's an easy nom for a lot of the house most weeks. Yeah, and he's probably going to come off the block because there's a lot of competitions these days. So, I think Keanu's okay. He wasn't nominated week 1, Katie, but this is his second week. All right, let's talk about Zay. No, I'm kidding. How about Ava? I think Ava joins this okay pile. I'm going to put her last place in the okay pile because I don't think she has much game to her, and she doesn't have connections to back up that game, and I think if she gets into the final 2, she loses. I'm lower on Ava's game than I think just about everyone. I thought her HOH confirmed to me everything I thought about Ava as a player, which is like she doesn't know how to play. But she made great nominations, and good for her. That was a good job by her. I think her HOH did make her position worse, though. which is like, how the fuck does that happen? Maybe it's evened out because getting rid of Zach is huge. Like, Zach just had a lot of iniquity. But she doesn't have enough relationships. She doesn't have enough connections. She doesn't have enough skill in the game. She doesn't have enough competition ability as far as we've seen so far. The competition she won was not, like, repeatable. Ooh, Keanu Rachel conversation? Count me in. Back to BBN. What, did Mickey expose shit about Keanu to Rachel? Keanu did do this. Keanu did do this. This is it. I don't even know why he's trying to lie out of this. He should just apologize and be like, look, I thought I could trust Mickey at that point. It is clear I cannot. I am so sorry, Rachel. Yeah, I don't deserve your trust, but I promise this is the last time. They just have so much chemistry. Like, platonic, obviously. But they just... I think Rachel enjoys playing with Keanu. Even if she can't trust him. And I think she's having the most fun playing with Keanu than ever anyone else. And that includes Will, Ava, Ashley. You know what I mean? It's like you see a different, like, light on her face.
Found a custom search trigger.
Dude, I feel that, Keanu. They said, get the fuck out of here, Riley. LMAO, Morgan blaming all of this on Lauren. Damn, I thought Zach leaving would make them closer. If noms stay the same, this is a good week for Rachel. If noms don't stay the same, this is a good week for Rachel. The only nightmare scenario is Lauren veto. Lauren gets picked, house gets choice, whatever, wins the veto, takes off. It would be Vince. And then you're kind of in a spot where, like, there's no good next person to nominate, you know? That's where it gets tough. It is Otev, which is kind of a rough one for Lauren. She'd have a good shot, like, against the people we see here. Like, I think she'd be as likely as anyone. Maybe Morgan's a slight favorite, but not much. Lauren's pretty rough. She's not good at the game. It's pretty hard to watch her, but she's not good at the game in a passive way, which means she'll stay around longer than people who are bad in an active way. Vinny hasn't done anything to Rachel. Rachel's just mad because the house is not swarmed around her like it was 15 years ago. This is probably the best Rachel's done socially in a cast. on 13, she had, like, friends from before the season, and then by the end, she made a couple of friends. But, yeah. So is Will staying in the HOH room? Is that happening? Hopefully Otev lasts longer than last year. Last year was a funny bit. If it happens again, we have to really look at the people writing questions. We're going to have a long sit down with them. Because this is not the purpose of Otev. And you know what pissed them off? Because that set was huge. He gets 10 p.m. check-in. That's funny. Do we know what her speech was, Rachel's? Because you know it was very rehearsed and performative and whatever. But that's good. That's what we want. I don't think it was that much of a trick question, guys. I think, I don't know. I thought it was a fair question that I can't believe 5 people came to the same stupid conclusion. And I get, like, it's a little tricky, but when you're, like, a group of 2, there's 2 people excluded. You know what I mean? I think it was less of a trick question than people say. Here's what I think. I think most other casts would make it to round 2. That's what I feel. Correct me if I'm wrong. A redemption arc for Morgan? Yes. No, I agree. I want Morgan to succeed more than some other players in the house. Because I think she has... There's fun moments watching Morgan. Something about Mickey running the game. Yeah, I mean, she wasn't running the game, but she was doing pretty well. All right, Mickey, cook. Be upset. Let's hear what you got to say. Admit? What does she have to admit to? And Rachel is in business. Alright, we'll be right back. I'm going to stream for another, like, 5 minutes. I'm going to finish up the player rankings. And then get offline. One-way social media messages while in the house like they did for Celebrity Big Brother. That would be fun. But Chappie Z might not be the right place. I'll do every Ball Big Brother player after this. Okay, so let's... Who do I got left? Amy, Ashley. Okay, so Ashley is like... Is she a contender? I don't think so. I think she's here. I mean, I think of this tier, she's the top dog. I think that's pretty clear to me. But, like, if Vince wins, if Vince or any of Vince's buddies win, Ashley's on the block probably as the target, if not Rachel. Like, she's in extreme danger as early as next week. She would have been in extreme danger this week if Morgan won. Like, her position isn't great just because she's safe this week. Does that make sense? So I think Ashley goes there. And then Will... Is Will a contender? I don't think so. I think Will's okay, too. I think Will's in a better spot than all these people. I put Will there. I've seen too much bad play from Will, and, like, his instincts are really bad, that I think it's hard for me to envision him winning. But he's okay. He's doing fine. This is not a very helpful tier list. I do acknowledge that. Catherine... Okay, this is my bold take. I'm putting Catherine in Yikers. No. How the fuck does Catherine win the game? Like, she feels like one of the only people who's, like, truly drawing dead. Like, what could Catherine do to win this game? I just haven't seen her talk game. And it's been 5 weeks. Why is Ava at the end of OK? She has no connections, and she has no interest to strategize. She has some connections. She has very few connections. And she doesn't care to strategize, and no one respects her. But I don't think she's going to be, like, anyone's target soon. She might be a pawn. What are they talking about? God, Riley is such a fucking snake. But this is a pretty good move. Who's he talking about? He's talking about Vince or Keanu. Who's he talking about? Thanks, chat. I'll keep listening. Riley's the best liar in the house. He's just a yes man, but he's a good yes man. He's very skilled at it. Maybe it's just his instincts. I'm sure it's more that than anything else, but Ava has the desire and capability in her, but she doesn't have the stamina. I don't know if she has any of those things. She doesn't strike me as the person who has like a big desire to win the game. Capability, I think she has a good enough skill set. Like, I think she has it in her. I just don't think she has the gas to do it. So I guess I kind of agree with you. I think I just disagree with the desire. I agree with the capability. But yeah, Riley's just doing good. He did more work in that 1 minute conversation than Mickey's done the entire time. Okay. Let's wrap the stream. I think I ranked every player. Is that right? Rachel, Zach, Vince, Riley, Morgan, Mickey, Lauren, Kelly, Keanu, Catherine, Jimmy, Zay, Will, Ava, Ashley, Amy, Adrian. Okay. We got it. Bald tier list. All right. We're going to run through the bald tier list very, very quickly. I have to disable ad block because tier list maker wants to kick my ass. Oh god, it's fucking gambling ads too. All right. Why isn't it working? There it is. All right. Okay. Ranking these bald players. Who's this? Why don't I recognize this person? Is BB1? BB1. All right. That's F. I don't know. Jerry, I think. He was pretty terrible, right? Marcellus is pretty terrible, but I think he fits here on the list. Like, Marcellus had a lot of win equity, but he didn't use the veto on himself. Then he came back and played a rat game on All-Stars. I'll put him B tentatively and see if I got to move him up or down. Marvin. I think that's A. For this kind of tier list, I think that makes sense. Cappy, I think right here, actually had a lot of allies. That's good. But outside of that, there's not much to praise. Bo was pretty bad, but not as actively bad as Jerry, right? A lot less win equity than Marcellus. So, let's say Bo's here. Ollie. He's probably here. Ollie had a lot of influence. He got totally, danned. But that happens. What are you going to do? It was pretty actively bad by Ollie. But I think, he had influence in the house. There was a path for Ollie to win the game. Jerry, I don't care. Jerry had a lot of win equity, and he's one of the more iconic players in Big Brother history. I love Jerry. What an absolute hero. It has nothing to do with his military experience. I'm talking about his Big Brother game. I forgot Xavier. Xavier is the best bald player in Big Brother history, so it's not that important. I saw a video of him yelling the F slur for the first time. Don't bring that energy into this chat. But I hear you. Russell. I mean, Russell was terrible, but he had a big role, and he had win equity, and he was running his little thing. He had some close allies. Playing the middle in a weird way. He does probably go without the coup d'etat. But, I think he's better than the people below him. Adam. Is Spencer not bald? Was he bald? I don't remember. Adam. Probably here. He just didn't play very hard. I mean, I would trust Adam on a return a lot more than basically everyone on this tier list because I think he'd play a similar game. But he was a kind of a minion to the vets, I fear. And then he still got cut as a minion. Like, that's kind of crazy. JC, I fear he's S. Sorry for the minions, but he was a good player. I mean, again, he'd be the best player in this cast by a country mile. He was the second best player on a season of good players. I think he was better than Casey. As a person, it's a whole different ranking, but I think he's the best player on this list outside of Xavier, who is not on this list. So, but he was pretty good. Big D. To be honest, like, I think he's probably right next to Adam. I feel like Jerry shouldn't be that low, but nah, I'm happy with it. I think Big D, like, made it deep enough into the game, got himself taking a final 2 over Ozza. I don't know. I don't think he deserves to be under these people and see. Terrence is probably, like, here, right? He's better than those people. Terrence, look, say what you will about Terrence. He was playing the game. He was trying to win. He could win comps. It's more than you could say about anyone below him. He'd probably be, like, honestly, top of B. Not a fan, but I think this is a deserving ranking. Much better than a lot of these other baldies. We yearn for the Big D Brent Steele win one day. Felicia, I think, belongs right in front of Terrence. I actually think Terrence is probably a better player than Felicia. I don't care. I don't care. It's fine. But this, you know what? This is a creative liberties decision. I am making this call myself. So, fuck you guys. I don't think anyone's going to be upset about that. Kenny Kelly. Welcome to D tier, Kenny. He won a veto, which is why he's not an F tier. But he did want to quit, and he did. No, he's F. He quit. He quit. And Will, thus far, I'm going to put right in the middle of Felicia and Terrence. Because Felicia at this point of the season was doing quite well. Terrence at this point of the season was doing quite well, so I'm not going to, you know. I don't think Will's done enough. He's just too passive for me to credit him for anything thus far. If it all works out, his great social game carries him deep into the end game, then sure, we could have that conversation. But at this point, I think he's earned himself a top of B tier. And that's the list. That's the list, isn't it? There you go. How do we feel? First stream back at a normal setup. Vibes are a little better now than they've been before. Are we happy? We all cheered. Okay. Is anyone live for me to raid? Any people talking some BB? Is Nesmod God live? Anyone? Terran? How many viewers does Terran have? I don't need to raid Terran if he's got 2,000 viewers. I'd rather raid someone else. Because I feel like raiding Terran is almost like a nuisance to him. 982. Okay, that's a low enough number where I feel comfortable raiding Terran. 982? What a loser. He's falled off. No, I'm kidding. Tell Terran to say hi. Stream this weekend? Yeah, now that I have Wi-Fi, I plan on streaming a lot. At least one time this weekend, maybe both. But everyone, tell Terran I say hi. Is there another tier list that would be interesting? Hey, brainstorm. Anything you send me, I'll do. Well, not anything. All right.